If you feel like your home environment or living space is out of order or chaotic, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. Many times we find ourselves running away from home, running away from the chaos, running away from what feels like it's all in disarray and full of disorder. When the reality is, home is the very place you always have to return to. And home should be a place of peace and rest. If it's not a place of peace and rest, you're not able to properly rejuvenate and be able to get ready to go again and be your best self. So it's important, if you are going to be all that God has called you to be, you need to make sure your home environment is in order. So let's discuss that in this video, what it looks like to bring order to the chaos in your home environment. So home is a place you look forward to coming back to, and it is a place where God can allow you to be rejuvenated to go do the very thing He's called you to do. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Kilpatrick, and if you're new here, this is my channel for Fitness by Digits, a business helping leaders acquire greater levels of success and impact through wellness and organization. As a pastor and coach, I'm here to help you get fit for what you're called to be in the areas of influence God has called you to. It's easy for our home environment to lead us into having the mindset and the motto subconsciously that it's out of sight and out of mind, especially when it comes to chaos and disorder that we might have in existence in our home environment or living space. The reality is, we need to get our home environment and living space in order because it's affecting our mood and the way we show up in interaction with our other family members, and even how we show up and start our day and engage others in the places God has called us to. It is important that our home environment and living space is in order because it shapes our mindset, our mood, and our ability to move forward and do what it is we're called to do. If you watch my video on how to bring order to your work environment, you'll notice that the tips that I have for you are the same when it comes to bringing order to your home environment. However, the application is different. So, if you're ready to learn what it looks like to bring order to your home environment and living space, keep watching and let's get into it. First, we need to look at your routines. Establish what routines you will implement to help get your home and living space in order and get it to stay in order. Your home is not going to clean itself, nor will your home keep itself clean. You have to determine what routines you're going to live by so that it can get and stay in order. So first you need to get on a cleaning schedule. What does it look like for you to get different areas of your home in order and get it to stay in order by addressing it on a weekly basis? Some things need to happen daily. So what are those tasks? But some areas you can do a deeper dive and deeper clean by assigning an allotted time each day to address that area so it's not overwhelming and consuming every day of the week or at the end of the week or on the weekends. Break it up to allow yourself more grace and more time to actually enjoy your home, but also keep it in order. So, as you're establishing your routines and developing your cleaning schedule, be sure to also review what things need to be fixed, taken care of, or replaced. It's important that you do this so that you are able to establish a system to where that even when you're planning and scheduling, you know what needs to get done before you get to that place in your schedule from week to week. Note, the goal isn't for this to be hard labor or something that's overwhelming and burdensome in you getting your home and your living space in order. It may take a lot of work at first, but once you get it in order and establish the routines to keep it in order, you will find yourself more engaged in activities that will allow you to rest and have peace in your home and it being a place that you look forward to being in and coming back to than it is for you to have to feel like you always have to run away from it and feel the negative effects in your emotions and your ability to show up in the places and spaces outside of your home that you're called to. Now let's address your systems. You have to develop systems of where things go and when they go there so that you can maintain the routines and the cleaning schedule you created in step one. It's important that these systems are identified so that at the end of the week or at the end of the day, you're not feeling overwhelmed and overburdened because you let things pile up and did not develop a system to put things back in a way or in order for you to maintain the schedule, maintain the routine to keep your home and living space in order. So it's important for you to define where things go so that you can prevent the clutter and buildup that's stealing time away from you and your ability to rest and embrace the peace that should be in existence in your home. Do what it takes to identify where things go, even by establishing a filing system, an organizational system, or whatever systems need to be in place for you to maintain a living space and a home environment that is a place that you feel free in and that you enjoy living in when you're at home. Now let's address the main culprit of your home and living space getting chaotic and out of order: transitional time. You need to address and implement transitional time throughout your day. Here's why. Many times, what happens is we don't allow ourselves to maintain order and keep our home in order because we don't implement transitional time. We don't allow ourselves time to finish cleaning up or putting things away before moving on to the next task or getting to the next location or place that we're supposed to be going. So, when you're planning and scheduling your time, it's important that you implement and include transitional time. This looks like getting up earlier so that you can include transitional time to put things away before leaving or before beginning other tasks. This also looks like including transitional time before you end your day so that you don't have to start your day off the next morning with the physical chaos, which produces mental chaos. You also want to include transitional time before and after meetings and gatherings that you might have in your schedule so that you can transition in a way that allows you to progress from one thing to the next without creating more buildup for yourself. It is important that transitional time is implemented so that you don't have to feel like your time is rushed between or before getting to or leaving from different things and events and places you have placed in your schedule. So stop creating more stress for yourself and creating more clutter and buildup in your home environment or living space by incorporating transitional time. If you incorporate transitional time, you are able to actually execute your systems that you set up so that you can maintain your routines and schedules for cleaning that you've established and not overwhelm and burden the system and overwhelm yourself, creating more chaos for you to have to deal with at the end of the day or the end of the week. More on bringing order to your home environment and living space in a moment. I want to hear from you. What do you find most challenging when it comes to bringing order to your home environment and living space? Please share in the comments below. Now that you've created your routines, established your systems, and implemented transitional time, you are ready to establish and communicate your boundaries and expectations. It's important that we do this because as people engage with us in our home environment, we want to make sure that what we have set up is communicated so that we can also have the ease of not having our home environment get in disorder and make it a situation where we now have more to clean up and maintain because we didn't effectively communicate. It's okay to let people know how you would like them to operate and help you maintain order in your home environment. Whether that's taking off your shoes at the front door, or helping you clean up before they leave. It's okay to let people help you maintain the systems and routines that you have when it comes to your home environment, because the more that they can partner with you in the space you've invited them into, the less you have to do to bring your home back in order when they leave. Or even when it comes to your family members, if you want to be less stressed, you need to effectively communicate and express what it is that you expect them to do to help you maintain the order for which you've established for bringing order to your home environment and living space. So if you're not a teacher, I need you to think like one in this step. A teacher is going to tell you what their systems and routines are and how things are to operate within their classroom environment. The same thing applies to you with the people you live with and with those who enter into your home who may not live with you on a day-to-day basis, but need to be aware of your expectations and your boundaries so that your systems, routines, and order for your home environment and living space isn't derailed. So think about where things go. Think about what systems need to be in place before transitioning from one thing to the next. When are things put back? Where are things put back? How are we to function in this environment so that this environment can maintain its order as much as possible, so that when it's time to clean up, when it's time to address this environment to bring it back to its cleanly state, it's not as much work for you to get it back to that place. Lastly, but most importantly, set the atmosphere in your home and living environment. If your atmosphere is off and feels chaotic, so too will your natural living space in this environment feel and be chaotic. The first thing you need to do is cultivate God's presence in your home, whether it's through worship, whether it's through prayer. Implement things that allows God's presence to be magnified and tangible within your living space. And you will feel and find that your home will feel more like home and feel like a more of a place that is in order, because spiritually it's in order. You can then get it naturally in order by the leading of the Holy Spirit. So simple tips here that you could do is start the day by praying over your home, praying over your family. At the end of the day, close out, do the same, praying over your home, praying over your family, being able to establish an atmosphere where, Lord, lead us in our day. Lord, allow this environment to be a place of peace and rest for us. Even at night, may even as we rest, your presence guide and protect us even as we sleep in our most vulnerable state. Allow order to be brought to your home environment, first in the spiritual realm, and then allow that to infiltrate you, bringing order to the chaos in your home environment in the natural realm. So, in the natural, address things such as the smell, the feel, the layout, the organization. Address those things that affect the atmosphere in the natural and bring those things into order. What do you want to feel like in your home? What smell and scents do you want to actually have in your home? When someone comes to visit, what do you want them to be able to feel and sense when they enter into the environment that you've cultivated? First, by setting the spiritual atmosphere, and now allowing it to manifest by how you care and develop the natural atmosphere of your home and living environment. So what's seen and what's unseen all affects your living and home environment. So be sure to address the atmosphere and allow the Holy Spirit to even lead you in identifying ways that you can cultivate a space that's inviting for His presence and others to dwell in and desire to want to come visit, and ultimately a place where you can find peace and rest so that you can be able to rejuvenate and be refreshed to do what God has called you to do on a day-to-day basis. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content you just received, you're definitely going to want to sign up for the Fitness by Digits community. This is going to allow you for free to stay up to date and be connected with the latest of what's happening with Fitness by Digits so that you can acquire greater levels of success and impact through wellness and organization to be who it is God has called you to be in the area of influences God has called you into. So definitely do so. And as you sign up for this community for free, you'll also receive a free resource called the Mastering Your Schedule Planning Guide. This guide is going to help you prioritize the things that matter most in your life and schedule so that you can do and be what God has called you to be and do. And this will allow you to actually practically implement the systems and routines that you establish to keep your home and living environment in order. So definitely sign up and join the community today and receive the value that will allow you to progress and advance in that which God has called you to be. So be sure to subscribe to this video and like it and share it with someone who might also benefit from it. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you again next time.